Everyone, welcome to HNM Technologies. So today is a Python programming from scratch, introduction to Python from module 1. Okay, now this course is specially designed for students and those are early working professionals and who don't have a prior knowledge about Python. Okay, you guys don't worry. So we are going to explore everything from scratch. So from basic topics to advanced topics. Right. And by end of this course, you're not just knowing a syntax. So you are going to completely expose into the real world projects and you're going to do your own programmings by your own. Okay. So we have a lot of practice and real world analysis, everything in this course. Okay. Now, so before learning Python programming, just think of what is the programming. Let us understand what is the programming means first of all. Okay, so in technical terms and in general, programming means giving instruction to the computer. So just think, computer is not a intelligent. It can't do things by its own. Okay, someone needs to give a something input or instruction to the computer to do this, to do that, like that. So in the same way, while programming, we'll give a step-by-step instructions, that is what a code, 2 3 lines of code will give, and the whole n number of lines of code we called as a program, and mainly the programming is just giving instruction to the computer. Okay, just think, uh, if I want biryani, so I have two options. One, I can order, or I can cook. Okay, now in this situation I'm going to cook. So for that, I have to follow few steps, must and shouldly. Okay, I need to wash rice and boil that rice, and I have to add spices, then add chicken, and then final step, make sure everything is in a precision and a temperature and boiled a particular time only. If any one step fail, the whole dish will fail. In the same way, if any one line of program fails, or any one line of instruction fail, the whole program will fail. Okay, that's why the logical thinking is a main key thing in a programming. Okay, that's why we call programming is a logical thinking plus step-by-step instructions. Okay, that's it. That is programming. Now, levels of programming languages. So why I show this, because Python is a very high level programming language. So that's why I'm going to give a brief intro about this levels of programming language. So machine language, low level, and high level programming language. So machine language is nothing but an zeros and ones binary format that we all know, binary code that machine can understand. Humans can't understand that binary code. We know what it is, but we can't understand. In the same way, low level language is it's a mix of machine and high level. Okay, we while we see this low level language, we can read, but we can't understand what it is exactly. So apart from them, high level programming languages means in general Python and C++ or a Java code we can write, no, we can read that code what it is exactly. So print hello if a variable a equal to 8, age equal to 24. Okay, that all the code we can write. So that's why we called Python is a very high level language. Apart from C, Java, we can easily write and read this Python codes. Even non-coders who don't have any technical knowledge, they can also read this Python code because Python code is similar to English. So that's why it is very high level programming language. Okay, and coming to Python. What is a Python? Why should we need to know about this Python? Why should you guys see these videos, and why you guys need to learn about Python? So, and very simple. So Python is, as I said, very high level programming language, and it is an interpreted language. So interpreted language and general purpose. Many applications will use Python and object oriented and dynamically typed. So Python is just a programming language that we can interact with the computer. It is just a language that can translate our thoughts or our logical thinking to the computer to get something output, right? So we'll see the same technical terms. High level we saw. So what is the high level? Now interpreted. So interpreted language is like code runs line by line. Okay, it is like a translator to this machine and Python. So it will translate our English code to the byte code. Okay, zeros and ones, and this will happen line by line. What is the importance of an interpreter is if any error happens without running a whole program, it will throw the error. So this will help to debug easily. Okay, we can find where error is exactly. We can debug easily. In general purpose, many companies and so many tools we are using the Python everywhere. Web development, AI, data related things, data science, data analytics. Everywhere, wherever data is there, we use Python mostly. Right? Instagram also using Python, Netflix using Python. There's so many companies that are using Python. Okay, object oriented. So this is one of the main topic in a Python oops concept that we discuss in later videos. Okay, in detail. So then dynamically typed means this is also we can see in next videos, but I'll give you a brief intro. So dynamically typed, think of a variable. So variable is like holding data. Okay, the data may be a integer, number, or a character or a name. Okay, so that variable we don't need to specify which data type it is in a variable like a character or a number. So by default, Python knows which data type it is. This is not in a happen in a C Java. So we need to initialize or we need to specify before initializing this data in a Java and C++. So this is only happen in a Python. This is one of the most important feature in a Python. Okay, that's why. So this is a Python. This is this much of importance and this many advanced features is there in a Python. So that's why we're going to learn Python. Okay. So as I said, interpreted and versus compiled. So there is a huge misconfusion and people are confused about this two terms. So that's why I'll clearly explain. So interpreted language is are like a Python and JavaScript. They run line by line. Okay, interpreted. Okay. So compile language C, C++, they just code, compiler and machine code into run. So they don't have an interpreter. So it is very hard to debug because where error is there. So this is what happens. It can't runs line by line. The whole code will run and then it will throw error. So this is the difference between the compiled and interpreted languages. And now, why Python was created? As we said, there is a older programming languages like a C, Java. Now also Java is in boom, right? And why we need to learn this Python, and why Python is created at the time. So Python was created in 1991. So the father of the Python is the Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum. He is the creator of this Python. Why he created? So just because at that time, as I said, those languages are compiled languages, and they're very hard to learn, and the technical terms are very hard, like a syntaxes and everything. So that time came with a very easy syntax like English. So as I said, Python is can everyone can learn, and can everyone read that code and they know without having any technical knowledge, because everything is in English, like uh, just print this, like that only. Later we'll see how easy it is. And main those older times, the codes are very hard, and debugging very difficult. Okay, so at the time the Python came with so many libraries. One of the main thing is libraries and packages. Everything is there in Python. Okay, we don't need to get everything from scratch. So already built-in libraries is there in Python to do harder programs, to do hard tasks. Okay, this is why Python was created, and still Python has a strong base and a strong community, and so many companies are using this Python. So as I said, why we need to know, and why should we learn this Python? Because everywhere Python is there. I mean, any so many applications, machine language, and AI, web development, even data science, automation, and so data analysis. So many things. It is like a multi-tool. Python is a multi-tool that we can use different places, right? Different applications or different places. There's like a multi-tool that we can hold one tool to use in different applications. So companies, as I said, major companies like Google, Netflix, Instagram, Amazon, Facebook, all use Python in a different ways. Okay, so this is the big companies trust Python. Okay, that shows how powerful and reliable it is. So you are learning Python used by trusted by global companies like Google, Netflix, Amazon, and all, right? Now a bit of technical words. Python execution flow. Let us understand what happens internally when you run the Python code. Okay, so firstly, we need to save this file, the code we write in a py file. Why? Because so py dot pdf dot ppt dot jpg dot json. These are the file types, file formats. So .py means that can read Python. So whenever the file is with the py format, that computer know this is the Python file. So source code. Okay, this is we call source code. So then the source code, when you run that, so interpreter is there. Interpreter check the syntaxes, and it will convert that English syntaxes to the bytecode. Okay, then here bytecode comes. That bytecode zeros and ones converted to the PVM, Python virtual machine, that executes the bytecode, and then output will come to your systems. This is what internally happens. We'll see this is This in a later classes will execute lively. We can go with live sessions, okay, live coding. So there we can see what handle happens. We can't see this is the flow in live, but this is actually internally happens every time when you run a single line of code, even it is a single line or thousands of lines of code. This is what happens. This is the Python execution flow. Okay. So the from whole course, what we are going to learn is, as I said, from core concept, from scratch to advanced topics. We're going to explore in this course, like Python fundamentals. This is the basic building blocks for Python. Okay, we need to learn each and every fundamental. Okay, and data structures, OOPS concept, object-oriented programming, file handlings, loops, functions, everything. And advanced topics like automation, APIs, Flask basics, and libraries like pandas, numpys, and we're going to expose the real-time projects and capstone projects. Everything we're going to explore in this course. Okay, stay tuned. We're going to see in a later videos each and every topic in detail. Now, in the next class, we're going to set up a Python in our systems. Going to install a code editor, ideally, so which is a VS Code. Okay, so make sure prepare your laptops to set up a Python environment, and we're going to run a first code in our next video. Okay, thank you very much. So this is the first Python introduction class from HNM Technologies. Thank you very much.